And then Professor Handa is going to take his place and then speak on that. After that we have Sri Prabhat Kumar, who will be speaking on plan for growth and opportunities in large projects. The third in this session would be presidential address by the chief guest, Professor Radhakrishna Rao. So we'll have Mr. Handa. I'll just give a small introduction of Professor Handa. Professor Handa is B.Stat honors and M.Stat and SQC and OR specialization from ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, in 67 and 68 respectively. Now, last 38 years, Professor Handa with SQC and the OR unit of ISI Delhi. He has provided consultancy and training to more than 500 companies in the areas of engineering, chemical, textiles and electronics, public sector and private sector. He had the privilege of working with the quality guru, Dr. J.M. Juran. So you're going to hear a disciple of Juran speaking today. And Dr. Taguchi. Taguchi has done great work in fraction factorial and
Is my teacher and mentor at Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. As early as 1964-65, I was his student at ISI Calcutta. Distinguished speakers, invitees and delegates. I feel honored to be here to speak on soft computing skills for SMEs. In fact, as Mr. Prasad mentioned that I am replacement for Professor Shankar Pal. Well, I am not expert on soft computing skills, whereas Professor Shankar Pal is definitely, and he is the chief and he is the director of our Indian Statistical Institute. Kolkata is our headquarters. We have two main centers, Delhi and Bangalore, and then we have SQC units all over India, Coimbatore, Chennai, Hyderabad in south. Then in west we have Pune, Bombay, Baroda, and of course Delhi center and Bangalore center. The talk, I have prepared something on soft computing. I have a little knowledge, but not an expert on that. For SMEs, as most of you are aware, National Manufacturing Competitive Council has been set up by Government of India for improving the performance of SMEs and their role in national planning and development that support the larger corporates. With chairman as distinguished personality, Dr. V. Krishnamurthy, whom I met for the first time in 1978 at ISI Delhi. He was at that time chairman and managing director of BHEL, and he came to inaugurate a training program for 20 of their executive engineers which ISI conducted. That was the start with BHEL association. And Dr. Krishnamurthy, as you know, he was a great visionary and he was the man really, at that time he realized that quantity will not do until we produce quality. Then he brought a revolution in the country by heading the Maruti Udyog 1983. And he was the first CMD of Maruti Udyog, and what we see today, the number of cars, vehicles, it has really brought a big revolution in our country.
Banks are authorized to extend central credit guarantee for starting new entrepreneurial development and exploring technical ventures in order to support larger industries by Government of India. Indian Statistical Institute and its Statistical Quality Control and Operational Division contribute for individual skill development for efficient operations of industries towards internal efficiency for achieving effectiveness in enhancing the competitiveness of their products and services, waste minimization, quality improvement, cost reduction, cycle time reduction, request for code to delivery time reduction, information gathering and analysis, customer satisfaction, availability, maintainability, reliability. All these techniques require data-based quantitative analysis for proving and improving the overall business process. India emerging as economically developed nation with a vision and mission set up by celebrities like Professor P.C. Mahalanobis, who was the founder director of Indian Statistical Institute, and he founded the institute as early as in 1931. Recently we had a platinum jubilee celebration which ended on 25th January at Calcutta with a very big speech by Professor M.G.K. Menon, who is president of the present institute, and a great visionary one, Professor C.R. Rao. We are very proud to have him over here in spite of his commitments outside. He could listen to our request. Of course, we requested Madam Rao so that she can convince Professor Rao to come over because she gives check of his health and visit. Really, I am proud that he is among us with us. Soft computing skills is only a thinking process for which no money needs to be spent, but simultaneously it ensures quick returns on investment, on planned capital and planned revenue expenditure. Such one-time research centers, ever-ready facilities, study reports, guidelines, trainings are provided by Indian Statistical Institute. And for your information, Indian Statistical Institute at Kolkata had set up a center for soft computing skills. The soft computing center will provide services to SMEs, and I'm really proud to say that we are developing a center at Chennai, like on the lines of Delhi and Bangalore, which is to be established shortly. Today, business intelligence is captured through intellectual analysis, by which database is required. While larger industries have that the voluminous data. See, the big industries, I have been consulting business for the last 5 years. But I look into the industries. Most of the industries.
May I request Dr. Prabhat Kumar? He is a distinguished scientist and project director, Bhavini. I'll give a very short introduction of Dr. Prabhat Kumar. He is, after completing engineering with honors in mechanical engineering, joined BARC. So he got a nuclear engineer amidst us for his training and orientation in nuclear engineering. His assignments over the years, from reactor equipment and process design, indigenization, name it, all manufacturing organizations they have, construction, commissioning, reactor maintenance, many of its first kind. He has wide knowledge of handling highly active equipment coming from core, including reactor pressure tubes, reactivity devices, neutron absorbing elements, etc. Now, he has been handled by him over several years and has made India self-reliant in industrial grade cobalt 60. Over to Prabhat.
Honorable dignitaries here, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me thank each and every of you to enable me to be here, which has remained in the frontier areas of science and technology. Almost every technology is still there, and we are present with almost all major manufacturing industries, all major construction industries, all major instrumentation and electrical industries. And we have been not only working with them, we have been setting new standards of quality. We have been setting new standards of technologies and science. And I come right now from Kalpakkam. And Kalpakkam, which is 300 kilometers away from you, this is a center quite unique of its type, where all the three stages of India's power program, which is nowhere in the world, they are dealt. That's a place where R&D organizations, where power reactors, the second stage of nuclear power program that's launching the fast breeder reactor project, and research facilities all coexist at one place. Human aspirations, as long as they are existent, as long as population growing, as long as human wants standard of living to improve, the industrialization has to increase and go at a faster pace. As the thinking process grows, ways of doing things change, and as the world is shrinking, the energy needs increase, the materials are becoming newer. We are entering in a newer and newer areas like photography, entertainment, knowledge and knowledge management, in the chemical processes, in the health, in the food, and etc., 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 so on and so forth, hundreds of things. The aspect where one can start a new venture, they increase, and where the existing ventures are there, they can go for a greater and greater modernization. Going to be future of the energy scenario of the country, there are going to be a large number of series of such reactors. How to participate? Let's not forget that many of our business persons are afraid of entering with the government organization. But one should not forget, this is the government which is doing the major business. This is the government which starts a new technology. This is the government only which has got largest amount of money. And any point of time, largest share will remain with the government in the business. And government has got a procedure. The government has got a procedure that there is a tendering process where fair and equal opportunity has to be given to all those who are participating and those who have not participated in the past. So understand the operating procedures of a large enterprise.
Dr. C. Radhakrishna Rao. He's got the second highest award of the country, Padma Vibhushan, head of Pennsylvania State University and also adjunct professor of University of Pittsburgh. He's a statistics scientist known internationally, and he is a teacher of Professor Junichi Taguchi, who is a world-renowned design of experiments pioneer. And Taguchi's techniques are used in R&D, in innovation all over the world, and Professor Radhakrishna Rao has taught him. He is the science advisor in risk analysis to the US government, fellow of the Royal Society of London, former director of the ISI in India. In December 2007, Andhra government has donated 100 acres of land free to set up C.R. Rao Mathematics Institute. I think this is a very important thing. And I request Professor Radhakrishna Rao to take over the podium. Thank you.
Distinguished CEOs of companies, black belties, ladies and gentlemen. I am not involved in any manufacturing activity. I am a professor. It's a saying that those who know do productive work and those who do not know teach. However, I have been very fortunate in producing very valuable commodities during the last 60 years. These are statisticians. Statisticians who are in great demand all over the world. In fact, 10 years ago, Indians constituted 50% of all statisticians working in the world. India is still an exporter of statisticians to meet the demand to meet the demand from various countries. Now ISI, Statistical quality control in India. It's not visible. The Indian Statistical next one. The Indian Statistical Institute was established on 17 December 1931. So it just celebrated the Platinum Jubilee in 2007. The founder of the institute was P.C. Mahalanobis. He was born on 29 June 1893, died on 28 June 1972. 29 June is declared as a National Statistics Day by the Government of India. At the office, photo was taken in the office, noting that there was a large number of pencils over there inside. And pencils of different colors to issue orders to the office. The Government of India declares National Statistics Day on 29 June 2005. So every year on 29 June, the day is celebrated Mahalanobis Day. Now, the short history of introduction of right in 1946, Indian government gave the grant to conduct a course on education of statistics to industry. This, I believe, is the first course given for XQC anywhere in the world, 1946. And then in 1947, the winter of 47-48, wanted to show hard with the invention of the control charts. He was invited by Indian Statistical Institute to give some lectures on the use of control charts in industry. And during his visit, Indian Statistical Institute started branches all over India, especially to promote the quality controls in Indian industries and to help the industries in various parts of India. The first unit was established in Bombay and then in Calcutta. The SQC and OR unit centers are established all over the world in 1948 to 1960. Bangalore, New Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Coimbatore, Baroda and Pune. We have with us here two heads of these units, Dr. Rajgopal in Coimbatore, who is doing very valuable service to local industries here. He is working with the industrialists in the New Delhi area and doing well. Then there was a visit by event team or SQC headed by Dennis Paul in 1953. So we have been giving short courses in Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, and now in other centers like Hyderabad and Coimbatore. Then Devi, most of you must have heard the name of Devi. He came to India in 1956. And what's the last one? The activities of the center. They provide consultation services to local industries. They conduct courses on SQC, OR, and related statistics. To management executives, faculty personnel, and students at various levels. They organize national conferences, special courses like SPP, started by ISI, the special course content and practical training in industrial application statistics for students recruited from India, SAARC and other developing countries. Now, the centers also organize on-the-job training to graduates in statistics and engineering who wish to work in industry. Now, here is Marcus Shugart. He started the use of quality control charts in the industry. It all started with a voluntary memorandum he wrote on March 16, 1924. That's the foundation stone for education using control charts. Later he wrote two books on